Well, today, kind of doing a little news piece. So this is a short video.
Yeah.
And we interviewed two guys named Steve and Tom.
That's right.
Interviewed them separately. They're both standing on the edge, on the sidewalk. I'll get it right. Of Highway 200, State Road 200,
That's
near
right.
On Top of the World in Ocala.
Exactly.
Now, before we say anything else, we love On Top of the World.
Oh, we do. They do so much for our community.
And P.S., so do the people we just spoke to.
Yes.
We're going to get a little shot of them standing out there with their protest signs.
Yeah.
But what they don't like is the fact that the county commission is going to vote on whether to rezone the property behind us right there.
From retail zoning to apartment house zoning.
Right.
Yeah.
So they don't want that because there's a 300-unit apartment building getting ready to be built.
That's right.
And it's a multi-age proposal.
Right.
And this is a 55-plus community, which personally I like when kids are around, but that's not why these people bought land here
Exactly.
or homes here. So anyway, let's just go now and show you the two interviews we did. One with a guy named Steve, who didn't want his last name,
Yes.
and Tom, who does want his last
That's
name.
right. He's hot. And it is April 15th, 2024.
All right, we'll be right back at the end. All right, Robin, we're talking to Steve. And as we're driving by, this is not the first time I've seen some people on the street here by On Top of the World, and they are not happy with the idea of some apartments being added to the community. I don't know anything about it, so Steve, if you could help us out, what's going on?
It's real simple. We've got a great place to live here in On Top of the World communities. We love it. Great atmosphere, great neighbors, great things to do. They've created something special. We were supposed to have retail and commercial that we could ride our golf carts to. A lot of these the residents only have golf carts now because they can no longer drive.
Okay.
And that's been zoned for B2 retail commercial. Suddenly, out of the clear blue, they decided to sell it to an apartment complex builder by the name of Continental Properties, who's going to put multi-family regular apartments 50 feet off our property line, where their parking lot's going to start. It is not a fit for senior communities. We've done the research. There is not one senior community in the state of Florida, and we've looked at 51 of them, that has a regular apartment complex smack up against the senior citizens complex. You know, we've got security issues, we've got noise issues. It just doesn't fit. Okay, and it's got a lot of people upset.
Have they started?
No, the final rezoning hearing is Monday at 9 a.m. You might want to attend it. It's going to be kind of interesting.
All right, now you have a website you keep announcing.
NoRezoneOto.com.
NoRezoneOto.com. We'll put that on there as well.
I appreciate that. And they can sign the petition. We've got another petition starting up just for anybody in Marion County to say, time to stop the growth. The county commissioners do not impose any impact fees. So they're asking for a sales tax increase, which is going to affect seniors even more. Our fees are going up as normal course of inflation, and now they want to increase taxes. Doesn't make sense on some of the most vulnerable people in this county, your senior citizens.
And so they have not allowed the retail now. Right now it's going to be total apartments?
Just apartments, and that's it. From right there all the way to behind the hotel.
Oh, it's right behind us? That's what they're going to build?
That's it, right there, yeah.
Okay,
Right up against our fence line.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, so that's one of the entrances.
Right, so both entrances are going to come out onto this road. And you can see the traffic now.
Yeah.
And this is out of season. So a lot of people have gone up north.
Right.
Okay? Plus, they're still building it On Top of the World. And then you add in all the development up and down Route 200, apartments, big, huge apartment complex, residential, so on and so forth. It's 200 can't handle it. The county doesn't have enough budget for schools. The schools are 20 to 25% overcrowded. The infrastructure in the schools is crumbling. The roads are halfway to being, they're, I think, level 3 now, on their way to level 5, which is just stop and go. And at times it is that way on Route 200. The police don't have enough budget to hire enough people to cover everything. As a matter of fact, and On Top of the World, the state police have to cover our motor vehicle accidents. We just saw an ambulance go in and come back out from the villages because we don't have enough fire and rescue. This makes no sense for anything. It's rampant growth in the county. We need to kind of put the brakes on and see where we're at, but a good place to start is right here. okay, and protect the senior citizens.
Well,
Right.
certainly, because it should be up to the county to address the infrastructure before any kind of development, apartments or houses go up. They should have already had this road.
It's not how it works in this county.
All right.
Developers.
All right. Tom is with us now. He's another spokesperson for the same cause that Steve just talked about. And I would like you to tell us what this is about.
Well, the name of our group is NoRezoneAuto.com. We basically came together to be against the building of apartments in a location that is zoned as retail.
Okay.
We've got over 10,000 residents inside this community. That plaza is not accommodating the needs of our people. A lot of them cannot drive vehicles, so they need locations close by for the golf cart. It's zoned B2, and that is retail business. They are trying to zone it for multifamily.
Okay. So far that hasn't been rezoned, right?
It has not been
When-
rezoned. There's a meeting on 4/22 at 9 a.m. in the Board of County Commissioners McPherson Center.
Okay.
We would love to have people come down and support us. If they go to our website, we have a plethora of information on everything that we're trying to do, why we're trying to do it, a petition to sign, maps, zoning laws. It's just chock full of information. If anybody has anything, we don't mind getting critiqued. We don't do everything right, but we're trying. So please join us, spread the word out. That's what we'd like to see people do.
So the zoning has to be changed first. That's step one.
The zoning.
If it's not passed, then that's the end of the story.
Well, that's the end of today's story.
Okay.
Applicants can put in as many requests as they'd like. So
Okay,
this
all right.
battle could come up again. But for now, we would have
All right.
stopped the zoning.
Now, if it is rezoned, how much information do you have about the apartments themselves? How big will they be?
The apartments are supposed to be 312 units with studio, 2-bedroom, and 3-bedroom apartments. I believe they're going to be 2 stories, 2 or 3 stories. I can't remember.
But
the plan.
am I right that the apartments are not the problem? The problem is that the retail isn't being built.
Well, there's a number of problems that we have with both issues. We have nothing against development. We simply want retail development in a retail zoned location that can serve us. As far as the apartments, they're multi-age apartments, backed up completely against the 55 plus
Oh, I
community.
see. Okay. Yeah.
All right. There are 2 different lifestyles going on there.
There you
It could
go.
be any age bracket that moves into them. They're not dictated. They're not 55 plus. They're simply multi-family apartments. I could have 10 students subleasing to each other
There you go.
inside those apartments.
Right.
We have residents that live right along that fence line. They cut down all the trees. They're not proposing very much of a noise barrier. And as I said, the lifestyles, they're kids. I was a kid. We go out.
Sure.
We party. We play our music out. We come in late. We go out early. Our residents have a right to expect what we were told.
Yes, sir.
A 55 plus community does not have that kind of activity around it.
Well, it makes sense to me. Well, Robert has a few questions, but I want to thank you for talking to us.
Well, I appreciate you giving us the opportunity.
So if that rezoning comes through and then there will be apartments there, we'll on top of the world look at another part of the land to put the retail establishments in it that you guys would like to have?
They have other retail plots here,
Oh.
but it's all been zoned retail.
Oh.
We need services. We don't have a lot of restaurants,
Right.
decent dining. There's no bowling alleys, things for our residents to enjoy. That's part of OTO. It's owned by Ken Cullen and the OTO on top of the world. It was planned, I believe, to be a build out to continue the villas that were here. It was then changed and they started building some commercial. The hotel went fine with the plan. We have people waiting to move into places that have their homes sold and they can rent hotel rooms. That worked, not a big issue. Apartment complexes with multi-ages is not the same.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, Tom, thank you so much.
I appreciate you giving us the time.
Make sure you
Thank you.
stay
Nice to meet
hydrated.
you.
Just stay hydrated.
Working on it.
You got it.
Well, we certainly had really nice conversations with the people that are out here letting the public know about the rezoning issue that's coming up on April 22nd, a week from today. So we met a lot of nice people today, and they do have a legitimate reason to be out there, and I just think it's a wonderful thing that they want to get their voices heard. They've done all the research, and they're doing a good thing.
Yeah, and America does have the guaranteed constitutional right, freedom of speech, freedom of the press,
Exactly.
freedom to gather,
Uh-huh.
right?
Exactly.
Anyway, thank you for watching. Make up your own mind about the issue at hand on this video.
That's right. So take care, be good.
Don't forget to write.
Remember,
Writing is very important.
in the world,
Spin's fine,
on her own.
baby.